did ping and it went off and you got caught.
Behind the cover, yes.
Dismembered, decapitated. It's probably because you're trying to hide something and make sure certain details don't come out.
Tend to Life with Elise.
Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Elise and this is 10 to Life. If you are brand new here, stopping by for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell to on so that you get notified of live streams as they happen and new case videos when they get posted. And if you are a returning 10 to Lifer, thank you so much for coming back. I am so happy to see you guys again. And we have a crazy case to talk about today. I am telling you, this is a ripped from the headlines, Lifetime movie, Netflix special. This case has it all, and it is just mind-blowing every single turn along the way. So we are going to get right into it. Before we do, we're going to have a quick word from today's sponsor. Hey everybody, as you can see, I am in a different room than I usually film in, but that's because I'm going to be sharing with you my secret as to how I decompress, de-stress after a long day, and this is the room in which it happens. So let me share my secret with you. Thank you to Best Fiends for sponsoring today's video and for helping me get the ultimate de-stress, is de-stress a word? After a long, long day. Best Fiends, like Friends without the R, is the ultimate gaming app. Play thousands and thousands of fun puzzles alongside these cute little characters called Fiends. What I personally love about it is it not only helps me decompress and de-stress, but it helps me think, and it really is challenging. So I love leveling up, I love playing. If I'm being honest, I find myself playing for hours and hours on end, just because it is so fun. I love it that it makes you constantly, you're engaged, you're thinking. It's just the ultimate puzzle game. So much so that I made my husband Jeremiah download it, and now he and I have this weird indirect competition where we compete with each other to see who's at the highest level, which, no secret, I'm at the highest level and he's a little bit jealous about it. But it is so fun, and it just really does, like I said, help me de-stress after a long day. Use my link below to download the game for free and get $5 worth of gold and diamonds for free if you beat level 5. I'm telling you, you guys, you are going to be obsessed with this just as much as I am, and it is going to help you de-stress, decompress, and really just have a lot of fun while you're doing it. So let me know once you download it too, what your name is, what level you're on, and maybe we can have a little bit of an indirect competition. Thanks again, Best Fiends, for sponsoring today's video and for helping me the end of every single night and for helping me have a leg up against my husband. We've all been hearing about this cryptocurrency boom lately. If you haven't heard about it, seriously, spend 30 seconds on TikTok and you will hear all about it. We're hearing about not only its increasingly rapid growth in value and how, Bitcoin years ago was X amount and now it's worth 65,000, and then Dogecoin, if that's how you even say it, and all these other things. I mean, we are in a cryptocurrency mega boom right now. In addition to not only this increasing value and getting in early and getting this high margin payout, you can really buy almost anything over the internet using cryptocurrency, which is what makes it so appealing to many. But what I don't think many people know or believe is true is you can even use cryptocurrency in a murder for hire plot. Yes, you heard that correctly. You can use cryptocurrency if you want to hire a hitman on the dark web, apparently. And that's what we're talking about today. Today we are going to be talking about the case of a very powerful and well-known doctor and how he enlisted not only the dark web, but his cryptocurrency to hire a hitman, kidnap his wife, inject his wife with heroin over 15 times. And it's just, as I mentioned earlier, it gets wild, more wild as we go throughout the entire story. So just hang on, sit tight, and we're going to get right into it. A Washington neonatal physician is now facing federal allegations and a 20-year prison term after he tried to have his estranged wife kidnapped by a criminal using Bitcoin to pay for this bounty on this hit and injected with illegal drugs. Yes. So for those who aren't familiar, also, the dark web is really an area of the internet that is encrypted. It's way more difficult to search. A lot of shady dealings go on the dark web, whether it's guns dealings, drugs, physical harm like we're talking about today. It's really just a corner of the internet where there's really no rules and no regulations, and that it's really hard to find these people because it's not only encrypted, but you're using bouncing IPs. It's just insane. And so this is what this physician used. He used the dark web. He was going to use crypto to pay for it so that he could theoretically be untraceable. Dr. Ronald Craig Ilg, and I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It's spelled ILG, so I believe it's Ilg. We're going to call him Dr. Ron just for the sake of confusion and ease. But Dr. Ron allegedly took to the dark web under the screen name Scar215, and he posted this. The target destroyed 2 families and walked away as if she did nothing. I want the target kidnapped for 7 days. While being held, she will be given injections of heroin at least 2 times per day. She will be taught to do it herself, and pics and videos of her doing it on her own should be collected. Also, while being held, all means necessary will be done to get the following goals within the 2 weeks of her release. First, cancel all court proceedings immediately. Second, return to this chaos she left with her husband and the third party she invited into the house. And third, she will tell absolutely no one about her kidnapping and goals. She should be told that her family's health, including her father and her kids, depend on her completing these rules. It would be unfortunate if her older boy became addicted to heroin, or her dad be severely beaten, or her dog be slaughtered. Any and all persuasion should be used. This needs to be done in 2 weeks. And you can see when this post was submitted. Now, there are several different things within this post that are alarming. Not only that he is trying to solicit somebody to kidnap and harm his wife, but also he is indirectly threatening her that if she doesn't abide by the rules of dropping the court proceedings, that her son may become addicted to heroin, or her father may be severely beaten, or her dog slaughtered. It is horrifying. And while one may think he's just all talk, these are empty threats, it doesn't mean anything, it won't materialize, I'm going to tell you in a little bit here why this is not an empty threat. And we'll get to that in just a second. Now, this kidnapping and forced drug use was supposed to take place while he was out of town with another woman in Mexico. However, unlucky for Ron, but extremely lucky for his wife, the FBI was tipped off to this by a woman, and this woman was informed of the kidnapping plot by the crew of an unnamed international news organization that just so happened to be investigating the so-called dark web. Now, this is what I mean by it's a made-for-TV movie. You've got the dark web, a murder-for-hire plot against a spouse, drug use, an affair, a Mexico vacation, now the FBI, and now, just for the sake of drama, you throw in this international news organization that just so happened to be investigating the dark web at the time that this crime was taking place. You truly can't make this stuff up. I already see it in the headlines. Netflix movie, Lifetime Movie Network, new made-for-TV movie, dark web secrets, or, whatever they like to do with their names. I mean, it has all of the ingredients here for not only a recipe for disaster, but for a movie, 100%. And if you think that is already stacked enough, wait, because we've got several more crazy ingredients that are about to go into this pot. When Dr. Ron and his girlfriend returned from Mexico, federal investigators questioned him, and Dr. Ron denied any allegations of the involvement within this plot on the dark web to harm his wife. However, on Sunday, April 18th, investigators found evidence inside Dr. Ron's home that reportedly connected him to the crime with the intent of having his wife drop those court proceedings against him. And we're going to talk a little bit about those court proceedings in just a minute here. After the authorities investigated and found this evidence, later Dr. Ron told the authorities that he had used a track phone to contact a hitman on the dark web, but claimed that this phone was tossed into a swimming pool in Mexico by his girlfriend, who was there with him, after she suspected him of using it to talk to another woman. So now you have a possible affair on the woman you're having an affair with. I can't keep up. It's getting crazy, and we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg yet. So let's revisit these court proceedings against him. According to a criminal complaint, Dr. Ron's wife told investigators that she had been married to him for about 5 years and that they have a young child together. The relationship reportedly went sour when Dr. Ron invited another woman into their relationship. The same woman who he went to Mexico with. Okay. The relationship obviously made his wife very uncomfortable, as I'm sure it would many women, and she in turn filed for divorce, which he apparently was not happy about. He was thinking they were going to have this happy throuple life, which throupling is a thing, and if that's your thing, no judgment, not mine. Doesn't sound like it was hers, but to each their own. So he was assuming they were going to have this happy throuple couple situation, and the wife was basically like, no, I'm not down for that. Not for me, so I'm filing for divorce, and it sparked rage in good old Dr. Ron. After this failed solicitation attempt on the dark web and kidnapping plot failed, on April 13th, authorities received a call from Dr. Ron's house about an assault. An arrest report indicated that Dr. Ron had attempted to kill himself, and when the deputies arrived at the home, they found him with a black eye lying unconscious on the kitchen floor. They also noted that there were approximately 46 missing pills of Xanax that he had taken. And he left behind a note. Not just one note, he left behind 2 notes. One for his mistress and one for his wife. The note for his mistress said, "I love you with everything I have. I'm sorry. Please remember the good. I loved no other more than you." And the note for his wife? Well, that note stated that he destroyed her big heart. That was it. Okay, Dr. Ron. Okay. All right. According to the Daily Beast, this other woman, Dr. Ron's girlfriend who he traveled with to Mexico that he tried to invite into the home, also reached out to the estranged wife to send her images of a text conversation that she had with Dr. Ron accusing him of the dark web plot, although it appears that he completely tried to deny any involvement. Here you can see that she says, "Leave me alone. I'm scared of you. Please don't hire someone to hurt me or my family. That stuff is all fake, and I've known it's all fake. I'm scared you will hire someone now to kill me. But I am scared of you. You said you know people who can and will hurt me and my family, people that blank knows. You hired someone to hurt blank from the dark web using Bitcoin. Stop now. Leave me alone forever. I'm scared of you." And you threatened all those, and then messages get cut off. She responds, "No, you did. I absolutely did not hire anyone. That's a lie. You said blank could contact his dealers and get people to hurt me and my family. That is real. The dark web stuff is all a scam, as all studies show." And then a couple of messages here are redacted, and she responds with, "Leave me alone. I don't want to be with you anymore. Stop contacting me." "Okay, I will if that is what you want." So she's trying to hold him accountable, probably trying to get a little bit of evidence here, but he's denying it, kind of, in my opinion, gaslighting her a little bit, trying to shift the blame onto her, and nothing really comes from this. However, now things start to get a little more odd, if you can believe that, in addition to everything else we already know. Now, remember back to that indirect threat in his first dark web post, or I should say, in his post on the dark web regarding his wife, in which he indirectly threatened, "You wouldn't want your son to become addicted to heroin, would you? You wouldn't want your father to be severely beaten, would you?" Well, we're about to understand and see that he really truly is capable of doing something that malicious. During the investigation into the wife's alleged attempted kidnapping, investigators uncovered evidence in Dr. Ron's locked safe that contained the username Scar215, which he used on the dark web, and the password. Investigators used the information to log onto the dark web and discovered that Dr. Ron also tried to have a coworker physically harmed back in February, an employee of his who also happened to be a woman. What is with this guy? Why are you using the dark web and cryptocurrency to solve all of your problems? "Oh, I've got a bad employee, gonna go to the dark web and try to have them hurt. Having issues with my wife, she wants to leave me because she doesn't want a throuple. Gonna go to the dark web, try to have her kidnapped and injected with heroin. That's not gonna work." I mean, bro, figure out a different way to solve your problems. There are other ways. In this dark web posting, which was before he enlisted this crime against his wife, his post reads, "The target," he keeps referring to them as the target, "the target should be given a significant beating that is obvious. It should injure both hands significantly or break the hands." That irks me because we know he's a doctor. Now, if this is an employee of his, is she a doctor as well? Is he purposely trying to target the hands because possibly she won't be able to work then with her hands, or if she's a surgeon? I mean, it is so calculated and so specific that it gives me the chills. The posting also includes instructions for the kidnapping that if the woman's coworkers or friends raise any questions, she could say she has COVID and is quarantined. The post also included assurance that $40,000 would be made available in Bitcoin to pay for the kidnapping. Again, learn a different way to solve your problems, because it's not solving them. In fact, it's creating more problems for you, my friend, because now not only do you not have your career, your wife, this executed, well thought out plot, but now you're facing a 20-year prison term. Figure it out. Figure it out, Dr. Ron. Dr. Ron told authorities that he had tried to hire the person as a way of committing suicide so that his assets would transfer to the woman who accompanied him to Mexico and not his estranged wife. Now, he hasn't given any further detail regarding that, but my belief is that he was angry with his wife because she filed for divorce. He in turn didn't want her to get anything, financially or benefited in any sort of regard, and he was trying to take that away from her. But there are so many other ways to do that, or to end this marriage civilly, rather than take to the dark web and shady cryptocurrency exchanges on the dark web to have this elaborate kidnapping plot with drugs and then threatening her son and her father and slaughtering her dog. I mean, you have got to be so sick in the head. It blows my mind. And this is what I'm telling you guys. I mean, you thought it already was a made-for-TV movie. I don't even know what it is at this point. It's like a Broadway musical, a TV movie, and a Netflix special all tied in a bow. If somebody doesn't take the rights to this case and make something, I'm telling all of you guys, do it. Take it and run with it, because it is wild. Now, Dr. Ron remains behind bars at the Spokane County Jail, and we're waiting for more updates, for more information that gets released regarding the plot, the execution, the failed attempt, and what happens when he faces all of these allegations and a trial, and will he be held accountable and responsible. And hopefully his wife is somewhere now where they are keeping a close eye on her and she is safe. I'll continue to keep you guys updated as we hear more, and hopefully justice is served in this case and Dr. Ron is far, far away from hurting anybody else or attempting to hurt anybody else. Thanks so much for tuning in today's case with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, thumbs up on your way out, and comment below with your thoughts and feedback. I love talking with you guys in the comments below, and I want to know, what do you think? Do you think he has done this in the past and that's why he was trying to execute it again with his coworker and employee and again his wife? What do you make of all of this? What are your thoughts? Looking forward to hearing from you. Have a great rest of your week and your weekend, and until the next case, stay safe. Bye.